Update 50 is right around the corner, guys, introducing the cool ice hero Silas, a new hero commanding the power of ice, freeze balloons, and buff ice attacks. Alongside of Silas is a brand new map, Lost Crevice. Powers Pro is being introduced, Super Monkey Beacon and Banana Farmer Pro, placeable powers with 3 upgrade paths. And as per usual, there's a couple balance changes and quality of life improvements that go along with everything as well. So today we'll be showcasing the ins and outs of the brand new hero while taking on the new map in Chimps mode. Let's hop right into it. And here we go, guys, Lost Crevice Chimps. This map actually looks pretty interesting. Before we start, I'm just gonna kind of see how the balloons travel. They both start from this top and then it looks like, okay, interesting. This left path just goes directly through and this right path gets split into 2 directions. And to start on this map, we will just try 2 Desperados and see if this is enough to start. I'm hoping it is. I don't really know about these Desperado placements either, but let's see. The nice part is Desperado has a decent bit of range, so it can pick up this middle lane too. Ooh, but okay, I actually got lucky. If those balloons split downwards, I would have died, but since they split to the middle lane, I was fine. Wait, do the balloons just always go to the middle lane? What's going on here? Every single balloon that's made it down has split middle lane so far. Yep. Yes. Huh. That's weird because when I was testing it, it was like 50-50 if they went downwards or not. I wonder why this is happening then. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's gonna make the map. Oh, now one split downwards. Okay. We made it to round 9 though with 2 Desperados. That's fine. I do want to get Silas as soon as possible, obviously. So maybe we add just a classic sniper into the mix. This should be a pretty solid sniper spot right around here on strong targeting. And I'm trying to think about Silas's placement as well. I'm not entirely sure where I would want him down. You would think placing Silas around big bins is ideal, right? Because of the kind of Arctic wind aura Silas has. But the problem is the good bins of this map are only with 1 track. Like I could place Silas here, I could place Silas around here. All of those spots though don't hit both of the sides. So I was thinking maybe I place Silas at the top. Let's do that. This way I can hit both lanes. And we've already got level 2 off the rip. Ice monkeys and radius create orbiting shard projectiles when they attack. Okay, interesting. Now I guess freezing the balloons up here isn't entirely good because Desperados can't pop frozen balloons, but it's probably fine. At the end of the day, I am clumping these balloons up and allowing Silas to do more work as well. Which Silas is actually popping a decent bit. And we're nearing level 3 Silas, which gives you the Frostbite ability. Also, Silas probably should be on strong targeting just because of the freezing attack. But the Frostbite ability allows Silas to attack all balloons. And when hitting frozen balloons, they take extra damage based on the freeze time remaining, which is pretty interesting. Am I good here? Alright, I'm good. Level 3 has been hit. Now, ideally, you kind of support Silas with ice towers because I think ice towers actually allow Silas to be leveled up faster. I don't know how much extra leveling Silas gets, like, for the amount of money you're spending on ice towers. We'll kind of just see about that, I guess. Ooh, an ice wall just placed. Level 4. Ice walls form on the track near Silas. Ice walls push back and freeze balloons. Mobs are frozen in less time. Or for less time, okay. I'm already loving this here, I'm not gonna lie. Let's use the level 3 ability though. How about now? Okay. I can definitely tell the damage ramped up when I use level 3 ability, but that's pretty much all I could see. And oh, I should have saved level 3 for this round. Because the level 3 ability allows you to pop all balloon types, and white balloons are ruining my day. Honestly, let's just do a double spike factory play. This will make things pretty simple. We'll keep these on strong as well. Then I don't have to worry about camo balloons for some of the future rounds too. And that does defend. Nice. But I do definitely want to get ice towers down. I guess you can't really tell how much extra leveling Silas is going to get. Like if I put an ice tower down and see the XP bar at the end, it didn't really look like it changed much, right? Either way, level 5, white balloons are less resistant to cold attacks. Monkeys that freeze balloons freeze them for longer. So we're already getting some benefits to the ice tower then. And by less resistant, I'm curious as to how much less resistant. Like, is it a 50% chance the ice tower pops white balloons? Is it 25% chance? Ninja Kiwi is not very descriptive with their upgrade descriptions, unfortunately. Alright, does Silas pop lead balloons? Question of the day. Let's see. And it looks like Silas does. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we're now in round 31, which has got a bunch of zebra balloons, so I think we're gonna pair Silas with the level 3 ability and see how that does. Use it now. Alright, is this helping out much? Honestly, not really. That We still got overrun pretty hard. We're good though. I'd like to add a discount village. It's kind of what I'm saving up for, which at this point I can't afford it. We'll go for it right here. Range on it too. And oh my gosh, look at all the icons on this ice tower right now. We've got 3 icons from the village and then 2 from Silas. Oh, I think one of the icons comes from level 6 Silas, where Silas can attack balloons in the range of ice monkeys anywhere. So if I put an ice monkey over here, for example, Silas can snipe those balloons. That's interesting. Also, Silas does have camo detection. Okay, that's good to know as well. So you can pop camo balloons, you can pop lead balloons with Silas, you can technically pop white balloons with Silas as well. This is all pretty interesting stuff. I think we're going to save up for the first actually upgraded ice tower. I'd like to get a cryo cannon and maybe an icicles on it. Round 36 is also kicking my butt. I think we need some Silas coverage towards the back of the map. How about if I put that there? Can Silas reach these balloons? It doesn't seem like Silas is reaching them. I think this ice tower is still giving me enough support anyway. Oh no, actually it can reach them with the seeking of the projectiles, but I don't know if it can actually just like target them alone. But it seemed like it could seek towards those balloons. At this point, we are nearing level 7 Silas as well, which is the Frozen Cascade ability. Creates a shattering blast of ice around Silas, then other ice monkeys spreading out from Silas. Frozen balloons take extra damage from ability. That sounds really cool. Okay, and level 8 is when you get the extra XP from ice towers. So I haven't been getting any extra XP yet. That makes sense, because it hasn't really appeared like I was getting extra XP. Either way, it's getting icicles here. That's going to start to carry my defense a little bit, against balloons at least. And should I use the Frozen Cascade ability? I'm going to say no. Maybe we'll save it for the Moab. Alongside of saving some extra cash for the Moab, because I feel like Silas most likely doesn't have good single target damage, but we'll see. Alright, we're going to use both Silas abilities in round 40. Let's also get jungle drums here. Go. What the heck? Wait a second. Let's slow that down. Did I just insta-kill the Moab? I did not expect that to happen. That was insane. Okay. I think it was just all the level 7 ability too. Use this instantly. Oh, I think I need to use it in pairing with level 3 though. Because if you guys remember how the level 3 ability works, it makes all frozen balloons take extra damage based on how long they would be frozen. And I think the level 7 ability would freeze the mob for a long duration of time. So that's why it did so much damage. Alright, so let's use both of these together again. And see. Well, why did it not pop the mob this time? I'm confused. It looks like all the ceramics took this path, so I'm fine. We popped the mob so much faster the first time around. That was odd. I'll take it though. Alright, so I'm thinking since I'll be utilizing ice towers mostly in this run, we should maybe upgrade this village to primary mentoring. Just allow myself to get some free ice tower upgrades, you know what I'm saying? And we can get a second icicles on the left here. And also, it's good to place the icicles inside of Silas's range. You can see there's an additional buff that they get. So have it placed right in this location. Okay. And just like that, we have level 8 now. Buffs the range of all ice towers and grants more hero XP. So now the range of this icicle is actually quite big. It's getting range buff for my village and Silas. That's really nice to see. How much XP am I getting at the end of this round? I'm curious. Let's watch. How much XP? Alright, so a decent bit of the bar. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save quite a bit of cash, maybe like 10k plus. And then once I have that much cash, we'll see how much leveling Silas gets from one round, and then we'll compare it to how much Silas will get the next round with a bunch of tier 3 ice towers placed. So round 49 here. Our ice towers should be able to make quick work of these balloons, ideally. We're what? I'd say it's maybe 30% of the bar for level 8, which is decent. And we got up to about a little bit less than 50. Okay. So now if I get a bunch of tier 3 ice towers on my side, let's go for an embrittlement up top. I guess that's a tier 4, but that's fine. I do want an embrittlement here anyways. And then I can also get an Arctic Wind here. And we'll go for 2 more cryo cannons. So we added 4 tier 3 ice towers to our side. I wonder if the embrittlement helps though, because it says for each tier 3 ice towers, like, is it tier 3 plus, or is it only tier 3 that benefits it? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Moab here, that gets obliterated, that's good. We gotta remember, we got about 10 to 15% of this bar worth of XP last round. So we're looking for anything that's more than that. Ooh, am I good against this Moab? Ooh, snipes from this guy? And it looked like I got more XP? I couldn't really tell by how much though. It didn't really seem like it was by a big margin. So it's kind of hard to calculate how much extra XP I'm actually getting from placing more ice towers. Okay, we're actually doing decent against Moabs with this setup, which is surprising to me. I thought we would struggle a little bit against Moabs with an ice-based defense. But they are all getting stopped at the top of the map currently. The slows from Silas are definitely making a difference. And we just hit level 9. Frozen balloons damage during frostbite take more damage. Ice shards damage and pierce increased. Okay. In that case, let's get another ice shards up top. Maybe even 2 ice shards. I can't wait to see the level 10 ability though, because I feel like that's going to be the deciding ability from Silas. Which is the frozen burial ability. Immediately freezes and damages all balloons, dealing far more damage to already frozen balloons, then fills the track with ice walls. I remember seeing that in the Ninja Kiwi teaser video, and it looked absolutely insane. Oh, by the way, BFB here is use abilities. And see how we do. Honestly, it took us a little bit longer to pop the BFB than I thought it would. We're good though. In round 61, normally an ice-based defense would struggle against this round due to all the zebras. I guess the ice shards at the top help out quite a bit against the zebras anyways. And obviously Silas allows us to pop zebra balloons. Round 63 should actually be pretty easy with Silas. And we do have the level 10 ability now. Okay. Yeah, it looks like these ceramics are actually getting nowhere. Let's see if I can even spot the ceramics here. There they are. And they get stopped in their tracks. Alright. I think the next round will be a good round to showcase level 10 though. There's a lot of Moabs. So we'll actually be able to see it in action. Let's go. Level 10 ability now. Yes. Actually, let's wait longer on level 10 ability. I want to wait till the mobs are pushed out a little bit before I use it. Let's use it now. Okay, that is very satisfying. Especially all of these ice walls around the map. And then we can use level 3 and level 7 alongside of it. I don't really know if those abilities do much though if the balloons are already outside of the range of Silas. So we want to use the other Silas's abilities first and then use level 10. Like that. How's this looking? Okay, we defended. Again, sometimes these rounds just go down to ability timings. With good ability timings, you're fine. I'm excited for level 11 Silas. Slowing Aura slows down balloons more and can slow Moabs. Being able to slow Moabs inside their range is just like a big help, so that's gonna be cool. As much as I love Silas and the Ice Tower combination, I think it's time to get one other tower to support though. And the tower I will get to support is a Dartling Gunner. I feel like Plasma Accelerator will pair very well with this, for a couple of reasons. One, Plasma Accelerator has a lot of pierce, so being able to clump up the Moabs and balloons with the ice attacks will allow for the Plasma Accelerator to utilize the pierce more. But also, we currently do lack that Moab class damage, which Plasma Accelerator can kind of support us with here. So I think this is a pretty solid pairing for now. Before I get the tier 5 ice towers on the field, which there is a reason why I'm waiting to get the tier 5 ice towers, by the way. At level, what is it? 13 Silas, tier 5s are cheaper, and you can actually build a 4th tier 5 ice tower of any path. So that's a very exciting level we'll be hitting soon. Alright, I think round 75 or 76, I will be hitting level 12 Silas, where ice walls can hit more balloons and last longer. And then rhymed and frozen balloons take more damage from main attack. I don't really know what rhymed balloons are though. Is that balloons that aren't frozen, but like inside of Silas's little aura of slowing? Is that what rhymed means? I'm not sure. Either way, round 75, one of the hardest rounds in Chimps, appears to be absolutely decimated. Let's try to beat these BFBs without the Dartling, just using Silas's abilities. And it looks like we actually just destroyed them. Nice. With hitting level 12 now. Let's see how we look against these ceramics. Those get obliterated too. Balloons with Silas just aren't a problem at all. It's only the Moab class layers that give you any issues. But even with that being said, we slow Moabs an insane amount with the ice walls and just the slowing effects from Silas to begin with. The pops aren't great, I'll give it that. We've only done 26,000 pops with Silas so far, which is not a ton, but the support is insane. I guess one other thing that should be noted is Silas levels up pretty slow. We still have not reached level 13, which I guess maybe I should be placing down more tier 3 ice towers to help the leveling faster. The reason I haven't though is I feel like spamming tier 3 ice towers just wouldn't be effective defensively at all. Like what's the use of me getting Arctic winds around here or more cryo cannons? There isn't really much. I guess spamming ice shards could be a decent plan with Silas, as Silas buffs the ice shards quite a bit. So maybe we'll get a couple more of these. Ice shard spam might not be that bad. Round 79. Let's see if I can beat this round without the Dartling helping out. The fortified BFBs do give me a little bit of problems. Let's use Silas's ability there. Am I good? Now I need the Dartling. And we can use level 10 ability to help me out on the back end. Come on. Defend those cerams, please. I don't think these ice walls even do damage against balloons. I might be dead against these. Let's get a Kraken in here. I don't want to die into ceramics. All right, we're fine now. You see how that Kraken pops zebra balloons, by the way? That's thanks to my man Silas right there. All right, ZMG. After this round, by the way, we get cheaper tier 5 ice towers. Let's look at this price, by the way. $30,000 super brittle. So we'll be able to see how much cheaper it becomes. ZMG, though, not giving me... Oh my gosh, did you see that shards attack? Just popped the insides? That was insane. Got level 13 Silas now. And what? I did not expect it to get that much cheaper. 22.6k from 30.2k. You know what time it is, guys. I brought out the TI-84 Plus. Let's do some math. I don't know if the camera's picking it up well, but ladies and gentlemen, that is a 25% decrease in price for the tier 5 ice towers. I honestly thought it would only be like 10% or something minuscule, but 25% is insane. So yeah, let's definitely get a super brittle one here. I feel like that is 100% a good play. And we'll continue into the super ceramic rounds, round 81. Let's see how we look here. It looks like we're just obliterating everything, to be honest. Yeah. Let's keep the Dartling targeted away and see how we do. And use some ice abilities. Okay, the damage is definitely a lot worse without the Dartling helping out, but we're still somewhat good. Alright. I've got to say, that is very exciting, though. 25% decrease in price is nuts. The only caveat to it, in my opinion, is it takes a while to reach level 13 Silas, so you don't get the cheap tier 5 ice tower until like after round 80, or at least that was the case for me. If you're on a harder map and you place more tier 3 ice towers, you can probably get level 13 Silas faster than that. I don't know. So I could, in theory, get a second super brittle if I really wanted to, which is weird to think about. I doubt they stack though, right? Like, one of the main benefits of super brittle, even though it does some good damage with the shards and it slows down blimps with the attack, the main benefit is you get +4 damage with your attacks to the blimp when it's attacking it, right? And if you get 2 of them, I don't think it's +8 damage. I would highly doubt that. Honestly, we could test though. Let's take a quick pit stop into sandbox mode and we will test. You can see here if I have 1 super brittle and a dart monkey, this should do 5 damage with the attacks here. There you go. Yep, it does 5 damage. Okay. I don't think it'll do 9 damage, but we'll see. Yeah, it still does 5 damage, so they do not stack, unfortunately. One other thing I'm curious to test here is if you have 2 absolute zeros, does it let you use both absolute zero abilities at once? Okay, it does. That's interesting to know, and I'm pretty happy it works that way. The reason I'm happy it works that way is because if you have 1 absolute zero, for example, and you buff the cooldown with like Energizer and stuff, use the ability. If you get it back, it doesn't let you use it again until the ZMG is no longer frozen. So you can see here, I've got to wait all this time. And the reason that's a problem is if there's BFBs that come up behind it, for example, I can't freeze these BFBs with this absolute zero until the ZMG is no longer frozen. But that's when the second absolute zero can come into play, because now if BFBs come out, I can freeze these BFBs right away, even though other things are already frozen. So there is a use to having 2 absolute zeros for the abilities for sure, even if 1 absolute zero has a bunch of cooldowns on it. That was a bunch of rambling, but I hope it made some sort of sense to you guys. From my analysis though, it doesn't really make sense to get 2 super brittles in most cases, but 2 absolute zeros can make sense. And I think 2 icicle impales definitely can make sense as well, as 1 icicle impale can get overrun pretty easily, and it just will help the damage because icicle impale is a damage tower too. Either way, before I get more tier 5 ice towers for our setup, I think I'm just gonna start saving our cash. Well, I don't know how much cash we'll actually be able to save up. It looks like 87 is pretty easy. Also, we did hit level 14 Silas in that process where ice monkeys create more ice shards when they attack, so that's pretty cool. I'm curious as to how our setup does against DDTs. That's the main thing I'm wondering here. How much do we slow DDTs by? Do we pop them fast? Do we pop them slow? Let's see. Round 90. Let's go. Okay, the DDTs get slowed an insane amount, and we dealt with those easily. Alright, we got DDTs this round. Let's use all the abilities off the start. How am I looking? Oh, I'm dead against... No, I'm not. I'm so dead at this round, actually. Yeah. Okay, I might have overestimated the ice towers. I definitely need more defense. In which case, let's get a absolute zero on our side. Look at how cheap that is. What the heck? Less than 13k for an absolute zero is like such a steal. It's because they've been buffing the price of this guy a ton, and then I get the 25% bonus in price as well. We'll get the top crosspath on this, so it has camo detection. Well, I guess camo detection doesn't matter that much because I have a super brittle on our side, but it's nice. And now I've got the slowing aura from our hero and the slowing aura from the Absolute Zero helping out too. That's cool. Round 93 is no problem. It is so weird to see an Absolute Zero cost only 13k though. Wait, how much is... No way, that actually makes it the cheapest tier 5 in the game, I'm pretty sure. Ultra Juggernaut was the cheapest beforehand, I think, with 16k price. Yeah, like Glue Storm, for example, 17.2k. That is so weird to think about. Cheapest tier 5, guys. Round 94 gets done. We've also hit level 16 Silas. Main attack does more area damage to rhymed and frozen balloons, and orbiting shards do more damage to frozen balloons. Here we go. It looks like currently the DTs are going nowhere at all. Yeah, we are just stopping 95 in its tracks. I'm not gonna lie, that was very easy. By the way, if you're wondering why I don't have an Icicle Impale yet, I will get Icicle Impale later. We'll go probably an extra 20 rounds after 100. I do want to just beat the first 100 rounds with a little bit of a cash spare though, so I'm currently trying to do this without buying any more tier 5s. I'm going to wait for all the ZOMGs to come out, then I'm going to use all 3 Silas's abilities. Now, use all of them. Okay. How's the damage looking? It's hard to tell what's going on, but I think we're doing okay. Right? We can use another Absolute Zero ability now. Okay. We're good, we're good. The ZOMGs are now popped. Unfortunately, the blimps have made it outside the range though. Once they get pushed outside my shards and everything, there's no way I'm gonna be able to pick up this defense. Yeah. Okay, how many pops do these shards have here? 100k on some of them. I'm wondering if I get more shards, if that like even helps out much. It's only, what, 970? When it's normally 1620. Wait a second, what's discounting the shards so much? Which Silas upgrade makes shards cheaper? Okay, I'm looking through Silas's upgrades. I don't see a single one that makes tier 3 ice towers cheaper. Like, there's a bunch of them that buff tier 3 ice towers, but none of them say it makes it cheaper. The only one that makes things cheaper is level 13, which makes tier 5s cheaper. Maybe that applies to other tiers as well? Embrittlement, for example, is 1865, when it should normally be... Yeah, that's a 25% decrease. That's gotta be some sort of glitch, right? There's no way level 13 Silas is supposed to make every single ice upgrade 25% cheaper. That is ridiculous. That is actually insane. Either way, spam shards here. Take 2 in round 98. Honestly, it's upgrade Silas to level 17 as well, which buffs the tier 3 ice towers. Abilities? Okay. I still think I'm going down here, even with the shards play. This is close, though. That was close to defending. Let's just keep it simple and get an Icicle Impale then. Let's just keep it simple and get an Icicle Impale for 24k then. Surely that will make this round pretty easy for us. And we can use the abilities as well. It looks like the blimps aren't really going anywhere with Icicle Impale. This just stops them in their tracks right on top of all of my defenses. In round 98, it goes down, ladies and gentlemen. Here's round 99. Now my Icicle Impale has the middle crosspath, which means it can't hit DTs unless they're embrittled first. I don't think that's a problem though. We're good. And we have hit level 17 Silas. Let's see how we do against the BAD. I feel like our BAD damage is definitely lacking, but we can test. I don't think we're dealing with this at all. Yeah, we're not even close to damaging it enough. There's the weakness of Silas, ladies and gentlemen. Single target damage. So how about we just get a first strike on our side? I think this will be enough, just because I can probably use 2 first strike abilities. I think I've got time to use 2 of them. There's 1. Actually, I don't even know if 2 first strike abilities is enough damage. We'll see. Hopefully it's enough. Oh no, 1 is actually enough. Wow. I did not think we were that close to popping the BAD. We had more damage than I was anticipating. I'll take it. And the insides get obliterated as well. Okay. There you have it. And we got an Insta Monkey, which was an ice tower, which is kind of funny. Definitely want to continue though into free play. I think we'll take this 120 rounds just to get max level Silas first of all. And I also want to get our last ice tower, because currently we have 3 tier 5 ice towers, right? We have the Super Brittle, Absolute Zero, and Icicle Impale. So the question becomes, what's the 5th tier ice tower do I want to get? Do I want to get another Icicle Impale, or do I want to get another Absolute Zero? I'm thinking another Impale. There definitely could be an argument to be made to go for either of them, but we'll do an Impale. What level Silas do we have? We have level 18 now. Slowing aura around Silas Slows balloons even more. Rhymed balloons take more damage from cold attacks. And main attack does more area damage. Nice. Okay, round 107 here. This is a round with a ton of ZOMGs. We are going to use Silas's abilities now. Let's see how we look. We're actually just absolutely stomping the ZOMGs, I'll be honest. They are barely moving forward too. The amount of slows we've got here is insane. And we did hit level 19 Silas, which I guess is noteworthy. Ice Walls have more pierce and lifespan. Ice Shards pierce more and deal more damage to frozen balloons. So a lot of buffs to Ice Shards, I'll be honest. Silas loves the Ice Shards, apparently. We have an Embrittlement up top with 300k pops. We have an Ice Shards up top with 140k. Alright, another one with 160k. 250k on this one. Okay. And then my Super Bro has 800k. So that might be a strategy that develops with Silas, just an Ice Shard spam strategy, which is pretty interesting. Either way, we're getting close to level 20, which is frozen balloons take even more damage during Frostbite, which is level 10 ability. Silas creates ice walls more often. Monkeys that freeze balloons freeze them again longer. Let's see level 20 in action against round 111. I'm gonna wait for all the ZOMGs to come out and use it now. Okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell what's going on because not a lot of the ice walls are being reached, unfortunately. But it's definitely doing stuff. Oh, and I'm actually struggling. Wait a second. Come on, abilities come back. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not struggling. We're good. I think round 118 will probably be the one we end on. Just because I doubt our setup will take care of the BADs on round 119, but we can see. Single target damage is most likely still a weakness. Let's test though. How much damage is this doing? Yeah, the Impale probably is the Ice Tower with the most single target damage, and it doesn't even appear like it's doing much at all. Unfortunate. And as per usual, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below about the new hero Silas, the Ice Shaper. But that's it for today. Thank you again to Ninja Kiwi for the early access. Hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss the update content coming soon.